This is a video on how to make cast-on stitches, how to cast on our stitches when we're ready to start a knitting project. So we're going to need a couple of things to start your project. First thing we're going to need is a set of needles, and I'm using size 13s. Kind of hard to see the 13 there, but I'm using size 13s. They're mostly noted on the ends. This is single point. And these are kind of fat needles. They're pretty good lengths, pretty long. You can get the short ones though. It's okay. It doesn't really matter for our scarf. The next thing we'll need is some yarn, and I got bulky weight. I think this is number 5. The highest I've seen in the craft store is 6, and this is number 5, so it's going to be a thicker strand. You don't really want to do a thin strand like this. See how thin that is versus the blue one. It's much thicker, and so we want to start with this one. We're going to use this one. We can use our thinner yarn for other projects. So we've got our yarn here. You can buy, if you want to make sure you're buying the right kind, if you're going to like a Walmart, you can find Lions brand yarn. Most of the time it'll say like Thick and Quick, or it'll say Wool-Ease. I think those are 2 that are the bulky weight. Okay, first thing we need to do is make a slip knot. So we're going to take our end here, our yarn. I'm going to take the yarn and wrap it around my finger. I'm going to pull a little bit and put our end through. Looks like I lost it. Let me try that one more time. Okay, so there's our knot. Don't want to close it yet. We're going to take a needle. We're going to put it through that knot, and we're going to pull it closed. You don't want to pull it too tight because we're going to have to work with this stitch. This is going to count as our first stitch, even though we just slipped the knot like that. Okay, so that's our first stitch. This end, we're not going to do anything with it. It's just going to hang. We're going to use this end, which is coming from our ball. Okay, so now we're ready to start casting on. We're going to have a left-hand needle and a right-hand needle. When we're casting on, our left-hand needle is where all our stitches are going to end up. And the right-hand needle is helping us get there, helping the stitches get over there. So let's start. I'm going to slide it up towards the top here so we can maneuver it. I'm going to slip your right-hand needle into that loop from the front to the back and make an X. See how it's through the back there? Made an X. Now hold all that. We'll take your working yarn from that ball, not the tail. You want to wrap it. See how I wrapped it around. Now when I do that, I'm going to get a gap, a little hole or a little window. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, but that's my gap right there. I'm going to bring my needle in through that hole. Now, see, I have my new stitch, but it's on my right-hand needle, and I need it to be on my left-hand needle. So here's how we're going to do that. I'm going to pull a little bit and pull it. We're going to twist our left-hand needle to pick up that loop. And when we pull our right-hand needle out, it's on our left-hand needle. And we pull the yarn. So now we have 2 stitches. This is the knot, and this is our new stitch. So let's try it again. Insert from the front to the back here. Make an X. Take your working yarn, wrap it around this way. Got our hole here. There's our stitch. We need to move it to this needle. Pull out. Catch that loop on the left needle and slide the right needle out. Pull the yarn closed. Now we've made 3. Let's try again. Make our X. Wrap around. Catch that loop. Catch that hole. Pull twist, catch that needle, catch that loop, turn your needle loose, pull. You want to try to slide your new stitch down on your needle once you've made it, because you want it to be the size of the fatness of the whole needle, not of just the tip. The tip is going to be smaller than the body of the needle. Okay. So for the scarf we're going to make, we need 16 stitches. So we're just going to keep on doing it till we get 16. But I suggest you practice just casting on until you've got it good. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm already halfway there. Need 3 more. So you just should practice. Just practice your casting on. Okay. So I've cast on all the stitches that I need. If I wanted my project to be wider, I'd cast on more. And if I wanted it to be more narrow, I would cast on fewer. So I'm casting on 16. Some, you just follow the pattern. If the pattern tells you 20 or whatever, then cast on the number of stitches that they're telling you. But I cast on 16, and I'm ready to stop, and I will be ready to knit. So practice your cast on, and then the next video will be on how to knit.